Hello students, today we will discuss the antennae of insects. As you all know, the insect head has two types of appendages, one pair of antennae and the other is mouthparts. The antennae are uniramous, that means they are unbranched, there are no branches. The antennae are absent in order Protura and some larval forms like that of Hymenoptera. Rest of the orders, they have antennae. Now coming to the structure of the antenna. The antenna is made up of three parts. The basal segment is called scape. The middle segment is called as pedicel, and the largest and most elongated multi-segmented part is called as flagellum. Here is the diagram. As you can see in the diagram, the antenna is fixed in the antennal socket of the head, and around the antennal socket is a antennal suture. Then come the two segments, that is pedicel and scape, and the flagella, as you can see, is the longest. This is the typical structure. Now coming to the types of antenna. There are two types, annulated and segmented. Annulated is found in Pterygota and Thysanura. It is the more developed type of antenna. In this type of antenna, the muscles which move the antenna, that are flexor and extensor muscles, they are inserted in the pedicel and they do not extend in the flagellum. Subdivisions of the flagellum are therefore called as annuli, because they are not true segments. The growth of the annulated antenna occurs by the division of the very first, that is the basal annulus, which is called as meristome. The more primitive type of antenna is the segmented type, which occurs in the two apterygote orders, order Columbella and order Dipleura. Each segment of the flagella has a unit of the musculature which starts from the beginning of the segment and ends at the last part, that is where the next succeeding segment will start. So each segment is having a complete unit of muscles, blood vessels, nerves, etc. Therefore, these units of this antenna are called as segments because they are true segments. There is external segmentation as well as internal segmentation, and the growth of the antenna is what you call as apical. That means that the most terminal segment or segments will divide and produce more segments, new segments. Here is the diagrammatic representation in the annulated and segmented antenna. As you can see by the diagram, in annulated antenna, the muscles are only limited to the pedicel and scape, whereas in the segmented antenna, you can see in each subdivision of the flagellum, there is a complete set of these muscles, which are depressor, extensor and flexor muscles. Now come the variations in form of antenna. different types of shapes and sizes of the antenna according to the various insect species, and they have different functions. First of all is the cetaceous. Cetaceous antenna, it is, as you can see by the diagram, it is pointed. That means that the basal segments are large in size, and slowly towards the tip the size of the segments it will decrease. This occurs in Odonata. Next is filiform antenna. Filiform antenna, as you can see, all the segments or all the annuli, correct it is not segment, it is the annuli. All the annuli of the flagellum, they are of equal size and shape. This type of antenna occurs in Blattidae, that is in cockroaches. Next is monoliform of antenna. In monoliform of antenna, all the annuli, they are rounded. They look like pearls or beads, and it looks as if the antenna is a beaded garland or mala. Next is lamellate type. In the lamellate type of antenna, the terminal segments of the flagellum modify into leaf-like broad plates, forming a foliate capitulum. Example, Melonontha. Scarabidae, etc. of order Coleoptera. Then comes stylet type. Stylet type of antenna, 3-segmented antenna, and the third segment divides repeatedly, thus it becomes falsely multi-segmented. Example, Tabanus. Next is clavate type. In the clavate type of antenna, the successive segments of the flagella become gradually broad, giving an appearance of a club shape. Example, in Coleoptera and Lepidoptera. Then comes the serrate type. In the serrate type of flagellum, the segments are triangular in shape, and the free ends of the segments, they look like teeth of a saw on one end of the one margin of the antenna. Example, in Buprestidae and Elatridae, which are click beetles. Next is pectinate type of antenna. Pectinate antenna can be of two types, that is unipectinate or bipectinate. In the pectinate type of antenna, the individual segments of the flagella are extended as long processes, so that the antenna looks like a comb. Example, in Coleoptera, Hymenoptera, Lepidoptera. Then comes the plumose type. The plumose type of antenna, as we know, it occurs in the male mosquitoes, and the flagellum is having all the segments of the flagellum are having long hairs. Another is pilose antenna. The flagellum looks like a sharp, flexible hair. All segments are alike, fine and tubular, but without processes. Example, female mosquitoes. Then comes the aristate type. Aristate type of antenna, it occurs in tsetse fly and Drosophila. Here the flagellum is undivided, but the second segment is situated at a different angle on the first segment, and the antenna becomes what you can say looks like as if it is branched. The arista or the second segment is maybe it has hairs which may be small or large in size. This type of aristate antenna is also found in tsetse fly. So this was the structure of antenna, the various forms of antenna and the variations. Now lastly come the functions of antenna. What are the functions of antenna? The antenna is mainly sensory. It has a number of sensilli like chemoreceptor sensilli, tactile sensilli, hygroreceptors and temperature receptors. Another function of antenna is sound reception. In some insects, they can also perceive sound vibrations. Next function of antenna is the measurement of air speed, which occurs in aerial insects. The antenna also helps in respiration in aquatic insects. As we know, the aquatic insects have hairs, and around the hairs is a small film of air which is connected to the spiracle, and this air is used for oxygen supply when the insect is submerged inside the water. Similarly, the antenna of such insects also carries a air film which can be used for respiration. Next is mastication, that is chewing of food. In some cases we see that the antenna are short and hard, and they rub against each other to masticate or break down the food into small particles. And lastly, antenna may be used for courtship or mating between the male and female for reproduction. That is, the antenna is also used in reproductive behavior. Thank you.